Hey Ed, how you doing? Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. It's Wednesday. I got up at 5:30 this morning and got a couple of ships done. Um, Posted and everything. And so gives me something to do, you know. Good morning. Joe is here.
Oh, Murray.
How you doing?
Oh, I woke up this morning.
Yeah, I woke up at 5 o'clock.
I was up about 5 minutes to 6. My son walked in about 5 after 6.
Ah,
Edward,
yep, Edward is here. Yeah,
yeah,
it
he
was
came
kind
in
of
this
a little
morning.
bit, a little bit cloudy this morning, but now it's starting to ease up a little bit. It's still cloudy, but it's getting brighter.
He came in this morning and he looked down at Tino and he said, "What the hell happened to you? We got a haircut last night." And I started finding knots everywhere that were deep into the fur. So I got him down to about maybe an inch.
Wow.
And it was so bad behind the ear that it was down underneath the collar. I couldn't find it. That it took me about 5 minutes to get that knot out. And this morning, I could see where I was scraping his skin, and I didn't know it.
Wow.
And he didn't say a thing to me; just let me do it. And she said, Justin said, "Man, if my barber would have done that, I'd be mad at him." But he is the happiest dog right now. It's like he's not hot, you know.
Yeah.
He's I think that's the big thing. He's not as hot as he was. Man, he was running around behind me this morning, spinning around, jumping on me. He's either happy or telling me, please don't ever do that again. Tino, you're a handsome man. Yeah, he's got that thick undercoat with being a Maltese.
Yeah.
So I got it down to the Maltese. So it's really thick, and I'm gonna get the good brush, the undercoat brush out today, and brush him good and try to get most of the undercoat out because he'll grow back fast. In about less than a month, he'll have all that hair back again.
Wow.
But I've cut him down.
Gumball, good
I've cut
morning.
him down better than that before. I had him like a little teddy bear look.
How's it going, Don? TJ,
DJ,
good morning. Yeah, the sun's starting to get a little brighter now.
yeah, I don't know. I think Johnny said it was overcast this morning. I didn't look outside yet.
Well, you
Yeah,
can
Johnny
see
was
here,
live.
see the high level clouds up there? But it's sporadic, so I'm starting to get some sunlight down here, but not overly sunny. You could see the breaks in the clouds.
Yeah, you got probably about 50% coverage.
Yep.
Yep, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, I'm looking at that bill they're doing today. That's the Countering CCP Drones Act, the one going through today, right? Not the one for the first responders.
Yeah,
And according to the government tracking, there has been no votes on it yet. So how's it going from, I thought it had to clear the House with a vote before it went to the Senate. I don't know. I don't know. We'll find out later today.
so what's the
Waypoint, New
status,
England.
what's the status of your insurance?
I gotta wait for them to call me now again. Let me look and see the email, see if I got anything. Let's see, 'cause I might have got something overnight from them. Nothing. Nothing. No, I haven't heard anything back from them. But I told my agent, I said, if I don't see anything change, I'll call you tomorrow. So I'll find out. It's not showing anything. Let me pull up the policy, see if they changed it. Because usually they let you know right off the bat who's assigned to it.
Here comes Mark.
Hi, Paul. Joe.
Hey, how
Hey,
you
Mark.
doing?
Not too bad.
Hey, Paul, I'll be right back. Says Mark, I'll be right back.
A little bit chilly, but sunny today.
Yeah, well, I'm starting to get a little bit of sunshine now, but it was it was kind of cloud covered, but
Uh-huh. I've given up. Given up believing
Jonathan,
now
good
with the
morning,
forecast.
Jonathan Jackson.
Hi, Jonathan. Yeah. I've given up believing now with the forecasts. They said it was going to start raining at 4 o'clock this morning. Not that I'm complaining that it didn't rain, but
Yeah, I woke up about 4:30, 5 o'clock this morning, and then I went and flew at 6.
I went to bed after Mikey was on. He was on
Oh, were
last
you
night.
on with Mike?
No, I was just in the chat. Bruce and Lon were on with him. And I noticed that Justin and them were playing games.
Yeah, Justin and Tim were game. Tim was gaming up until about 4 hours ago, I think. That's an addiction.
Isn't it?
Well, here's the part that I see now. There's companies out there that have set up like gaming consoles, and they have the kids come in and sit down and they teach them how to game and do all the
Yeah.
things. And I'm thinking to myself, now this is a toss back to the movie Wall-E, where all those people were on that great big airship,
Mm,
because of the situation that the U.S. went, or our planet kind of went to hell.
yeah.
And here's all these people sitting around, and they're sitting on chairs that move them around, and they just
Yeah, that's
have
right.
all kinds of drinking. And I can just envision the young people not doing anything in life but gaming.
Yeah.
Because you know how addictive that can be.
Yeah, but I mean, they have leagues and all sorts. They're professional gamers that make money out of it as well, of competitions.
TJ,
What's up?
Hi, TJ.
How's it going this morning, y'all?
Fine.
So what's going on here? Is this like the old like back in the day Monopoly game board or
that-
something?
Yeah, it's the way we used to play it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember the dog, I remember that boot, the hat, the car, the wheelbarrow.
Well, no, I don't think we had a wheelbarrow.
I always like to used to do the car or
Uh-huh.
play with the car anyways.
Yeah.
oh, there you go.
Mario.
That's funny. That's funny.
Joe.
That's funny. That's pretty good. That's pretty funny.
I'm surprised you. I turned around and came back with it.
Yeah, I know. It's funny. Man, it looks like the skies are about to open up and pour down rain.
Oh, is
Okay, they
it?
got it switched.
Yeah, I was
Well,
trying to go out flying.
They got your insurance all switched around, Joe?
Yeah, it's switched over to personal articles now. So now I just got to wait for them to call me, or they may not even have to call me, because they got the information.
Uh-huh.
But at least it's under the right policy, so it won't have a 500 deductible.
Yeah.
I don't mind
Joe-
a 500 deductible if it's like 20,000 worth of work.
Joe's working on getting a replacement to his drone.
Getting insurance cash money.
Mark, are you guys outside?
No, yeah, I think he is outside because the light keeps flashing.
Yeah.
But the dog keeps flashing too.
Yeah, I can hear the dog barking. He must be barking at another dog or somebody walking by.
He wants some food.
Must be stroked.
Oh.
Joe, how you coming with your VA thing?
And I'm waiting on them. That's even worse than waiting on State Farm.
Well, you were supposed to have been paid a long time ago, and they keep putting it off and putting it off.
Well, it's 6 months, but then every time they change something, they get more time. So they had to ask for some additional paperwork, and they just got it about 30 days ago. So they might have 5 months. I don't know. The attorney says it's a time frame with them. That's all it is. It's gonna happen because they can't, the paperwork shows I got what they're talking about. So it's been diagnosed. It's just, everybody's got to cross T's and dot the I's,
Or,
get everything together, and then they'll say, okay, this is what it's worth.
underlie that, Joe, with there's a big push to stall.
Oh, I agree. They're stalling with
Because
everybody.
for every veteran that is due that money that dies,
Yeah,
they just-
it can go to the families.
yeah,
This money's different. This money can go to the families.
yeah, but it has to be designated as that way, right?
No. If I have a claim in, they've got to honor that claim. And if something happens, if I die in between, it's got to go to one of my family members. It's all built into that. That's it. That's the thing on this. And family members, if I had family members at the time there and they have a problem, they could file. So it's a whole different, like a different level. So they can stall all they want. They eventually they're gonna have to pay it. But what I've heard is basically what they do is they double check everything 3 or 4 times. And then what they do is they try to settle with you first at about 80%. And then it's just decide if you want to fight it and wait another 6 months. Or sometimes sometimes they come back, if it's like a Parkinson's type thing, they'll come back right off the bat and just pay you. Because it's that fast. So it's like, I'll see. Six, 7. Six two, 6-2.
So what's everybody doing today?
Just kind of hanging.
Yeah.
You know what? I imagine there's a lot of people getting plans and stuff ready for Father's Day coming this weekend.
Oh yeah.
My dad's been dead for years, and I don't have anybody else here.
Yeah, my dad's been gone for a little bit now too, but I have my stepdad.
Are they having a get together?
I don't know. My stepdad is I think he's I don't know where. I think he's in Texas somewhere, like working or whatever. And then this weekend my family's going to the arena because I guess the Florida Panthers are in the Stanley Cup or whatever. My mom called me and was like, "Oh, a bunch of us are getting together, but you're not invited because you haven't made amends with the family."
What?
I don't know, cause like I don't know, like every time when I get together with my family, like I always feel like attention should be directed at me or whatever, like I just kind of feel like I don't know, I feel some kind of way like around my family, and my family gets tired of it, and so like they're like, you can't be with us if you're gonna have this attitude and have your ass on your shoulders and everything's not about you, da 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 da. I don't know. My family's weird.
All families are weird.
Yeah, there's always an issue.
Yeah.
How's the wifey doing?
She's doing all right. She's at her second day on the job, so
Well, good.
yeah.
How'd the first day go?
I guess the first day went all right. I guess the kids aren't quite back yet. It was like yesterday. It was just the teachers and stuff. I guess the kids are still on spring break, I think. Well, some of them are back at school, some of them are still on, I guess depending on where the schools are or whatever.
Spring break?
Is what?
You said spring break. This is almost summer.
Oh yeah, spring break. Yeah, that's what it is.
What's up, Lance?
How can it be spring break in June?
I don't know, like, cause yesterday was my wife's first day at her new job, and it was just the teachers, like the kids weren't even there.
Huh.
Okay. Well, sometimes they have something called a data day where teachers meet and they discuss how great the kids are doing.
Oh yeah, that's probably maybe what that was.
They just give they give the kids the day off. The teachers have meetings.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Joe, just so you know, Joe, I flew my Air 2S with my Sphere, and I had to take out the Avata 2 just in memory of you. So I flew both of them.
Yeah, Lance keeps getting that knife out, sticking it in my back and grinding it.
Hey, I'm glad that you were able to clear up the State Farm stuff.
Yeah, it's cleared up. It's under personal policy.
So you're still in the waiting line for your new Avata?
Well, it's they're not selling it individually yet. They are, but they're not putting many of them out.
Oh.
So all I'm getting is the Avata 2 and a battery. That's all I want. I'm actually thinking about changing it to where I'm getting the Avata 2, 2 batteries, and an extra charging hub. Because it's not that much more. And I'm still getting about 700 clear after that. But that way I've got a charging hub sitting over here that I don't have to take out of the case every time.
Oh.
I'll have one with me when I go somewhere if I need it. But I'll have one home that I could charge, just take it out and charge and not worry about it. I'll pay the $50 for that.
So your wife TJ is in education.
Yeah, she's teaching at this place called Space of Mind or something.
So it's not a public school; it's a charter school.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Are the kids handicapped or no?
No, I don't think so. No.
So you guys will see the top of my car for only about a week. After that, it'll be the beaches of Hawaii.
Oh, Lance
and beyond.
Hawaii.
How long are you going to be in Hawaii?
Forever.
Wait, what happened? I missed it because my speaker had gone off. I had an incoming call and my speaker turned off.
Lance is going on vacation to Hawaii.
Oh, when do you leave?
The 22nd.
Oh, cool.
So I get out of school on the 21st. And heading out after that.
Nice. That'll be an awesome trip.
Hopefully.
Well, he's not going to come back. He says
he's gonna build himself a house there.
live on the beach, right?
Live on the beach in a tent. In a blue tarp.
In a blue tarp.
That'll work.
Now you said you've been to Hawaii before, right, Lance?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Damn, I think it's gonna be raining every day this week.
That's what you get for living in Florida.
I know. I know.
So has it been humid there?
I mean, I guess when it rains, it tends to cool off, so it's like not as hot as it has been, which is nice because, like when it doesn't rain, the sun comes out and it gets really hot. It's like, oh, you just like step out into a big heat wave. It's like, oh, it's so hot out here. Like you just walk outside, you just start sweating. You don't even have to do any work or whatever. Like you just start sweating.
So are you saying
Yeah.
it sucks to be a Floridian?
Yeah, yes and no, yes and no. I mean,
I
it's nice
suppose
when
it's like any place you live. You have your ups and downs,
yeah.
I can't imagine in Arizona in the summertime, it's usually just hot, hot, hot every day.
Yeah.
Well, forget Arizona, think of Vegas.
Vegas?
Yeah, my
Oh,
sister
yeah,
lives
Vegas.
there. I've been there.
Yeah, it is pretty hot in Vegas. I've been there one time.
Yeah, I've been there in the summertime.
And all that concrete on the strip, my gosh, it's like a oven.
Yeah,
I
that's
have
the
a friend.
thing. Black
I have a
top and concrete just radiate the heat right back up.
I have a friend of mine whose sister lives in Arizona.
Yeah, I went there in the summertime, spent a week with my sister, and we would do everything before noon because it was so hot. And when I left there, I got home back to New Orleans and after that week, you start drying out. All the extra moisture comes out of you.
Yeah.
And when I walked out of the airport, by the time I got to my car, I was just soaking wet. The difference in
All your
the humidity here when I hit here.
Yeah, you put on dry clothes and you walk out and everything's all wet. It's like, what the heck is going on here?
Yep.
No.
Why are my clothes so wet?
Muffins?
Anything else?
No. I'm sorry. 2 sausage McMuffins.
2 sausage McMuffins. Anything else?
I want a bacon, egg, and cheese McMuffin and a hash brown and coffee to drink, please.
Ignore it.
Ignore him. Yeah, ignore him.
You hear what
Everybody
I
else
want?
does.
2 hash browns, yes.
Anything else?
That's it.
All right, 8:47. Have the first.
a large Pepsi, a large Coke.
Dude, she added that. She added that. I had to cancel it.
Oh, did she actually put that on the order when I said that?
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. That's hilarious.
No Pepsi for you.
It would probably get cold by the time it got to my house anyways.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty funny though.
Tell me, can y'all hear that dog snoring?
No.
Which dog is snoring?
Tina. I said his name and he stopped. He wasn't woke up, but he was going. Oh, Tina, you sleeping? Yeah, boy, he snores. God darn it.
Yep, it's raining outside.
Thank you.
Sure. I'll throw in a couple bucks, Warren.
What's up, Warren?
Yeah, the kids here is their last day today, and they got a half day today. Tomorrow is Thursday, the teachers get their day to get all their stuff in order. And then
Yeah.
you show up Friday for your final report card.
I always like half days. Those are pretty good days. When I was in high school, they had this thing called senior skip day. I always thought about doing it, but I was like, nah.
You never made it to be a senior, probably, right?
No, well, no, I stayed through it. I never stayed home. Like I very rarely got sick. So like I stayed at school when I did.
Yeah, seniors practice marching today, so they're not in our classes. They graduate Friday, and then the underclassmen go all next week, except for the 19th. They have that day off.
Jonathan. It's me, Mario.
It's me.
It's me. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you got to practice going, oh, oh, oh,
Yeah. That's funny. That's pretty good.
You going flying there, Lance?
No, I'm at school now. I went flying this morning.
Oh, you're going into school.
Yeah, I'm in the parking lot getting my stuff ready.
TJ misses going to school because they had a good lunch.
Yeah. You know what was good? I used to I used to go in there and get the chocolate chip cookies. They had really good chocolate chip cookies. Like everybody would like go in and get like 2 or 3 bags.
If you ever whenever you get interviewed, TJ, if somebody says, "Well, what did you like best about going to school?" Don't say chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah.
No.
My best thing about school was not going. Probably.
Oh dear.
Now watch it. Watch the veins on his forehead pop out.
Oh, that was pretty good. That was That's funny.
Well, you know,
That was pretty
you can get addicted to not nitrous oxide.
That's funny. That was pretty good. That's funny. That's pretty good. That's funny.
Come on, get the clown nose out there, Joe. Come on.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny. That's hilarious. That's funny. That's pretty good.
A little kid just went by here on the sidewalk on one of those skateboards that has the handles on it. And he probably was about 7 or 8 years old. And in his fingers, he had a cigarette and he kept puffing it going down the street.
That's funny.
I was answering a comment on one of my videos.
Marquisio says, get you some oxygen.
I had a guy, the name of the guy on the channel is The Machine One. That's the name of the YouTube guy. And he put on my the crash flight. Come on, TJ. Come on, TJ. You better breathe.
Taking a deep breath of oxygen. No, nitrous.
That's funny. That's pretty good. That's pretty funny. That's good. Oh, that was some good stuff. That's funny. That was pretty funny.
Joe, you were saying before you got laughed off.
Yeah, there's a guy, the channel name is The Machines One. It's Machines One. I'll wait for him.
That's funny.
So the guy came on and wrote a comment on my crash, and the name of his channel is The Machines One. Okay, it's a guitar jam synthesizer.
TJ, you can go out and sign autographs now.
Yeah.
Say, yeah, I'm one of the stars in Laughing.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny. That's pretty good.
He'd be,
That's funny.
if TJ was on helium, he'd be that high pitched that he'd be busting all our eardrums, and he'd have every dog in the neighborhood rammed.
Hey, you gotta practice, TJ, giving yourself CPR. Breathe, breathe.
That's funny. Take a tug of helium. That's funny. That's hilarious.
So,
Okay,
so
Joe,
the guy,
continue on.
so the guy's
should
comment
have
was,
I should
he-
have a. That's funny.
The
yeah, the
guy's
guy looked
comment-
at the crash video and he said, yet another person flying a drone out of line of sight. Like that. And I said, so Ken, that's how I started it. I said, so Ken, you're telling me you were there to watch the flight. I said, I was less than 100 feet away with a visual observer. And I'm part 107. So I'm glad that you were there to tell me what I didn't do. But I said, but you were there, right? You dumbass. Like that.
Yeah,
I
the
said-
guy that was stood next to the pole watching crash into it, that's a visual observer.
I had a visual observer. He saw it crash.
Mm.
How come he didn't say anything to you when you were about to approach the pole? Like, hey, watch out for the pole.
Because I didn't know, nobody knew I was going to hit that pole till about 2 seconds before that pole.
Oh,
That's how fast I came up on that pole.
damn. It looked more like
Yeah, like-
some kind of like antenna of some kind, because when you got closer, I could see like this like little round little thing.
That's
sitting
a
on
light.
top.
Yeah, I
There's a
think it
light
was a
on the top.
light.
The light.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was at the end of the boat dock, but at nighttime, so they could see where the boat dock's at, so they could come in.
Yeah, so
Oh,
if the boat
gotcha.
comes in at night, it lights up that area.
Yeah,
Stops them falling off the end in the dark.
it's for that and for drones to hit it.
uh,
But I mean, I've got a lot of comments, and like in the video, they said we didn't even see it to the last minute. I may have seen it if I would not have taken my eyes off of that circle and looked down at that boat to make sure I was going around it. I didn't want to fly over the top of them. So, because I knew there was a kid in it, I saw the kid in it, and so my eyes are I'm looking at the circle all the time, and
Yeah.
anything behind my circle, that's where I want to see. And when I saw that
Right.
boat, I just turned my eyes to the left a little bit, saw where they were. When I looked back up, bam, I hit that fast.
oh wow.
It was like, as soon as I looked up, I saw the pole, and there was nothing I could do. There was no hitting the old shit button, nothing.
Oh shit.
I tried.
There should have been one. There should have been a no shit button, or like, you know,
Well,
like
they
I
got
said,
one.
something in the goggles that flashes when something's approaching, like pole.
Yeah, that would be
tree.
obstacle avoidance, but they don't have it in the FPV there.
Oh.
If that would have been my Air 3, it would have never hit that pole.
Mm.
I mean, my Mavic 3, Air 3 would have never hit that pole. Yeah, the Mavic 3, Air 2S may not have even hit that pole.
And we know
It would
why.
have adjusted.
It's a POS.
POS.
I'd say
Lance, tell us what you really think.
He flies it so much he tells you what he really thinks.
I flew as a Lady Washington again this morning. That's such a cool little boat. I've got a
Hey, Edward.
Insta360 of it now.
Hey, Edward, there was no girl in the bikini, but I would have been looking.
You said you saw a little kid. You said you saw a little kid somewhere.
Yeah, there was a boat in the yeah, that's what Jonathan said. He said, I was looking at the boat and still didn't see a split second before he hit. And they had a boat with a dad and a kid in it. And they were in the boat launch. That was the boat launch area. So when I came around to go across the boat launch, I saw them, so I let it drift out. I just drifted it out a little bit. If I wouldn't have drifted it out a little bit and just went over them, you know, I actually probably still would not have gone over them because they were in the front of the thing and the thing was on the end.
Oh shit.
Like, you can't second guess it. It happened, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Second guessing it would have been doing what I've been doing with this drone. I flew my flight and bringing it right back to him instead of going look around the tugboat and playing around with it.
Was
I would've
John was
just ended
Johnny
my
out there?
flight.
Was Johnny out there with you that day?
No, he wasn't there.
Uh,
But the day before, Johnny was flying his in manual and did a flip and clipped a tree limb, and it broke the prop. And then he lost a screw in the top and everything. And then he started to fly the next day, and it wasn't flying right, so he sent his back.
oh.
So
Yeah,
his
because
is,
I had messaged him and asked him if he still had his Avata. He said yeah.
he's got an Avata in the box that he hasn't opened, and then he's got
Oh.
the Avata 2 he just sent back because it wasn't flying right after he crashed out.
Oh.
So it's like, so I told him, I
What did
said,
it
yeah, you
cost him
crashed
for his
yours the
show?
day before me. I said, if I ever hear you crashing again, I'm not gonna fly for a few days.
So Johnny has the 1 and the 2.
He's got the 1, but he can't fly it because he has nothing to fly it with.
Oh.
Because
That's
what he
silly.
did is he had 2 of them, and he sold everything thinking that they were gonna do the goggles 3 to back, because that's what we were being told. So he's got 1 in the box, an Avata 1 in the box.
How does Johnny have an Avata 1 and not have anything to fly with?
Well, he had 2. He
Oh.
bought a set, then he bought a second set to get an extra Avata because we sold everything off and got the extra Avata for like $350 with the
Oh.
battery.
So he
So
doesn't have the controller.
he doesn't have the controllers because he sold Mela the first Avata with all the controls and the goggles. The only thing he kept was the sticks. So he's got the sticks, and he's got the sticks in the Avata. He doesn't have the goggles.
Oh, I see.
So the goggles, he was thinking the goggles 3 were going to be backdated. They were going to back them. They said they were going to make it to where you can fly the Avata 2, the Avata with the goggles 3. What they wound up doing is doing the goggles 2, letting you fly the Avata 3.
Oh,
The
gotcha.
Integra goggles, both of those.
What did Johnny
it's
have
just-
to pay for his care refresh?
He paid
To get it
$49 to get it that instant thing. It'll be here tomorrow.
$50?
So they sent it out before they get his. So he paid $49.
$50.
Yeah, for express.
And he had to send in the old one.
Yeah, he sent the old one in because he was missing a screw out of it and it wasn't flying right, and it hit right by the GPS. So he thinks that might have messed up the GPS.
Knowing Johnny, it wasn't a screw loose in the drone.
No, I told Johnny, I said, well, let me ask you a question. I said, since you sent it back missing 1 screw, did you take, because he was saying he couldn't find a screw to fit it. I said, did you take the other screw out and take 2 or 3 other screws out and just have extra screws just in case next time? He said, no, he didn't think of it. I said, well, I would have taken screws out because they were replacing it anyway. Take 4 or 5 screws and just put them in a little bag so you know you got extra screws. Because I've hit the original Avata on a wall one time and knocked the screw out.
Hey, Donald.
What's up, Don?
guys.
Donald,
How you doing?
Where are you headed off to this morning?
I am off on a shoot for a Napa, for a local Napa place.
Oh, nice.
I stay local. I just drove 40 minutes.
Napa know-how.
It'll be a multi-location shoot. I'm starting here this morning, then I'll be going down to Monette, and then down to Cassville. So
You
it's
got
pretty
all your
good drive.
drones? You got all your drones with you?
I only have 1 drone, and I didn't bring it because they're not paying for it.
Oh, there you go.
So you,
I actually thought about bringing it just in case on the way home or when I was out I saw something, but I left it sitting on the kitchen table.
Oh.
Accidentally or on purpose?
A little both. I had it
I've done
ready
that.
and I was just checking gear and I was like, I'm loaded. I'm just going to go. And then when I got in the car, I was like, oh yeah, it's up there on the, I'll leave it.
You got like halfway out of the driveway and halfway out the
No,
road.
I hadn't even started the car. I was just sitting in the driver's seat and decided I was too lazy to walk upstairs.
Oh.
That's not like you at all, Don.
It's going to be a long day and I probably will not. And I know it's stupid because I'll probably now see something that I really want to shoot, but it's going to be a long day. And I just figured I wasn't going to be in the mood to shoot anything on the way home.
No.
what are you eating? A jar of pickles?
No, it's ice water.
Oh,
It looked like a jar of pickles for a
looks like
second.
a jar of pickles.
Yeah,
I
ice
thought he was
water.
drinking relish.
Drinking relish. Yeah.
That's what I thought.
He's
too. I was
relishing the
no,
fact that he could
it's
drink
ice
that.
water.
You know, when you get to a point where you're doing that, Donald, the long day doesn't matter.
Hey, pickle juice has electrolytes. Pickle juice is actually pretty good. A little bit of pickle juice.
Yeah. He relishes the fact that he could drink that.
Pickle juice is mainly vinegar.
Yeah.
It's good to you.
Yep,
They
that's
have
actually
on
a little bit of tea, a little bit of lemonade, but mostly water.
On the sidelines at the football games, they have a big gallon jug of pickle juice, and the guys start cramping up. They go over there and start drinking it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Is that a
Yeah,
I'm
Yeti
here
cup?
about.
What's that,
Do what?
TJ?
Is that a Yeti cup? The silver one, is that Yeti?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
I found it.
Oh, cool. That's a good find. Where'd you find it?
Well, actually, it was left. It belonged to a salesperson that used to work at the place I used to work at. One of the salespeople had it, and he left his Yeti cup behind. And I figured after 3 months, it was abandoned property, and I took it.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
So.
Finders,
Got the
keepers,
company name on
losers,
it?
sweepers.
No, nope. It's just got Yeti on it, and it's got a dent in the bottom. But
Yeah, Yeti's a good product, but they're expensive though. Like when you walk into like a camping store, you probably spend this thing probably costs like 30, maybe 40. Like the cups, maybe 30, 40 bucks.
yeah.
Like the
And
cooler.
I broke the little slidey thing here. I broke that cleaning it a while back.
Oh yeah, because when Rodney sent me a cup, like I was trying to figure out because the little sliding thing, it gets dirty in there, so I was trying to figure out if there was a way that you could like take it off.
Yeah, there's two little tabs, and you just kind of squeeze them from the backside, and it pops out. But
Wait,
this
hold
was
on.
having.
Hold on.
See?
Right.
Yeah, sure. See, I'm sitting. Everybody's here, and TJ suddenly makes it all about him and his Yeti mug.
See,
I start understanding your family now, TJ.
Hey, now Donald doesn't want to be treated like your family.
No, like I don't know. My family's just really weird. I don't know what it is. But
All right, TJ. So you've taken that off, and on the backside, and on the inside, you should be able to see on the slidey thing. See those two little slots on mine?
yeah.
You should have those same little slots. That's where it slides back and forth. and the little slidey things have hooks on the. They're basically tabs, and if you slightly squeeze them in, the entire thing will pop out the top.
Where you slide it like in the middle or something?
No, the little feet.
No,
that are
the
sticking
little
through.
tabs. Let me see it. Hold it up.
Okay, so let us
Other
see
side.
the other side. Turn it over.
Go to
Okay.
go to your side.
It's a different kind.
I think this one's different.
I think it's a different kind.
So mine came off.
Oh, okay,
Did you
TJ.
order that
The
new
second
piece?
option is, do you have like a large hammer in your garage?
Yeah, I have a couple. I have a couple of hammers.
Go ahead, Lance.
It's a family
I lost that.
affair.
Buy a new one, you think?
It's a family affair. We family up in here, Donald. I don't know what
Jonathan.
you talking about. Good morning.
Lance is trying to get a word in edgewise. Go ahead, Lance.
Thank you, Jonathan. That song's gonna be stuck in my head.
Go ahead,
What you say,
Lance.
Lance?
Never mind.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lance, man. I ain't know you was saying something. I was just logging in. What was you saying, bro?
Never
Lance,
mind.
come on, Lance. My bad, man. I apologize. I just jumped in, singing. I'm sorry.
No, it wasn't you. No. So, hey, Donald, do you know if you can buy? So my little piece fell off and I can't find it. Can you? I wonder if you can buy one of those.
Replacement
Maybe.
part?
You could probably buy replacement lids and stuff like that. They probably wouldn't sell just that one tab. They'd probably sell an entire lid.
It's the
Yeah.
whole lid you got to buy.
I'm looking online now, and I've got my wife bought me a real big one. I never use it anymore, and I know that little thing popped off.
I never really use the tab. It's always just in my way, and I go to drink and it was shut, and it's like I was always finding it. So I was like, I don't mind that it's not there.
I like to shut it to keep it cold, or warm, excuse me, when I'm driving. But that's just me.
Yeah, that's my
What
Coffee
is
for
it?
the
A Yeti?
Yep.
Lance
Yeti.
is the one you got, a Yeti?
Let me see if I can find mine online. Hold on.
So Jonathan, how you doing, buddy?
I don't know, man. My neighbor ready to kill one of his dogs for trying to kill one of his dogs.
What?
Why is that?
My neighbor is ready to kill one of his dogs for trying to kill one of his dogs, and I'm trying to find somebody to take the dog so he don't kill it.
All right.
Okay.
Don't you have a humane society around there? Or?
Listen, my neighbor's a dog breeder, right? He breeds bullies and pit bulls, and he's got I'm talking about a beautiful cream female. The only thing is she don't like other females. So anytime he'll leave them like loose in the yard at night, by the time you get up in the morning, one of them face almost torn off. So it just so happened he wasn't home when I went out on the deck and the dogs are going ham. And I look over the fence and I can see one of the dogs' whole head tilted to the side and is leaking. So, of course, I'll run around and go jump in his yard with a bunch of dogs that don't know. They know me, but they don't know me. They know me from seeing me over the fence, but they don't know me for being next to me. But I had to save the dog, so I jump in the yard anyway. And they all look at me like, okay. And I separate them. I put the mean one in the cage, but by the time I come out of his yard and go back in my yard, she done pushed the cage back open. Now, this dog is a beautiful, beautiful cock diesel muscle female. And as far as human, she's real lovable, but she doesn't like other female dogs.
Wow.
That's interesting.
Sounds to me like he needs to get it adopted out.
Well, see, this is the third time this one particular dog has did this to one of his other females. So when I called him, I was like, hey, you need to come home right now. He was like, I'm going to kill him. I'm like, no, don't kill him. You know, I'm gonna kill him. It's the third time. I'm like, let me see if I can give this one away as well. Just hold tight. But the difference between this one and the puppies is this one is full grown.
Yep.
Yeah, she's full grown, so she's not gonna be easy to just give away.
Oh, I don't know. If it gets along with people, you might find somebody that doesn't want to mess with a puppy, you know?
Yeah, she loves people because when I went into the gate and I went towards her, she literally just laid down like, hello, hey, I'm sorry. But when she got next to the other dog, she's like, I don't like you.
Maybe you need to bring the dog and at your house.
I got 4 cats.
Well, how's the dog getting along with cats?
Well, see, that's why I had to get rid of the 2 puppies I had gathered within the last 6 months because the puppies was all right with the cats, but the cats was like, we know what that is. We're not fooling with that. And because you got that, we ain't fooling with you. So, right. So I had to make a choice.
So you've got a segregated situation.
No, I got rid of mine. I gave mine away. I gave my puppy away. But like I say, he has dogs next door that he breeds. He's a breeder. So I'm going to try to find a home for this beautiful dog that she just don't like other female dogs. I don't know what it is.
It's really interesting because when you see like people posting videos of their animals or whatever, like sometimes dogs get along with cats and sometimes cats get along with dogs, but I guess it just depends on the type or the breed or whatever. I don't know.
Look, and it's crazy because she don't have no problem with the cats, but she just don't like other female dogs.
Huh.
Well, I know what you're saying because I adopted the last one I adopted from a Macomb County Humane Society, and she's been perfect dog, but she doesn't like other dogs.
Yeah, I don't know what's that.
And so she got away from me one time. I was letting her out of the truck where we go through the garage and come in, and she looked up and saw another guy walking a dog out on the sidewalk. She shot out of the garage. She's part pit bull, and it took 4 of us to get him apart. She had that dog right by the throat, and
yeah, that's the pit bull in her.
Yep. And so what we don't know is she was found on the streets of Detroit. Was she a bait dog, or was she a trained fighting dog, or what? You know?
Right. Well, see, he don't train these dogs to fight. He just literally breeds them and makes his revenue off of selling puppies.
So he just likes to hump and dump.
Yeah, you can put it that way. I like that. Hump and dump. That's a new one.
This way.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but she's gorgeous, man. I don't want her to die.
Well, I'm sure you'll figure out something. Somebody will take that dog in a microsecond.
Well, I'm gonna have to because if I don't find her somewhere to be today, he gonna kill him. As a matter of fact, I stopped her from killing him when she did it the last time. I don't think I'm gonna be able to stop him this time.
You got a humane society there in the area?
They ain't gonna do nothing. The Humane Society in Georgia, when it comes to pit bulls, all they're gonna do is put it to sleep. Especially being that it's full grown and it's not a puppy, they're just gonna gas it.
Oh wow, that's terrible.
Yeah, they're just gonna gas it. Georgia, you're allowed to have pit bulls, but they really don't like them.
Go put a leash on it and start walking it around. You find somebody maybe wants it.
Yeah, in the UK, both pit bulls and bullies are a banned breed now.
Yeah, a lot of places, even in the US, you got a lot of states that has banned them because of, situations they got into with people biting people. But a lot of times it don't be the animal, man. It be the way the people treat the animal. You know what I mean? You can treat somebody or something a certain way for but so long before, it decides, no, that's not right, and I'm not feeling that, and they're going to look to defend themselves.
Yep, some people don't know. I mean, the problem is a lot of people get dogs because they want that affection when they get home from work, but they don't want to put the work in to train a dog, to make sure the dog is behaving.
Right.
The dogs I babysit, you guys might have seen me trying to wrestle around with those things because he has never worked with them. He does not practice leash discipline with them.
Right.
And it is just a pain to handle those dogs. Now, my dog, when I had him, I could take him off the leash and he would stay within probably 20 feet of me. And if I whistled, he would be right back to my side.
Right.
But I didn't usually take him off the leash unless it was an area that I knew that he wasn't going to get distracted or could get himself in trouble. His favorite times to get off the leash, I'd take him out to the woods where there's these down to like a, what is it, down in the Osho, Crowder Conservation Area. And it's several square miles of just nature. And he'd be able to get off his leash and we'd walk the trails and he'd be so happy because he'd run off this side for a while and then he'd come back across but he always stayed within sight of me.
Mm-hmm. Animals are beautiful, man. It's just that, like I said, we want them, especially a baby. Anything is cute. I don't care what it is. A baby, anything is cute. But by the time they get grown, a lot of people like, they don't want it, or they don't want to be bothered, or they don't do the things that they did for it from before.
A lot of people like the cute and the cuddly, but they don't understand the work.
Right.
The responsibility. A dog is a work. To have a good dog. Now, you get the small dogs, you just let them yap, 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 yap. They can't do much damage.
Yeah. like a little chihuahua or something like that.
Call them ankle scratchers.
My neighbors used to have a chihuahua. My old neighbors, they had a chihuahua, and he would get out and he'd run. And I would hear him yell, "Biscuit, Biscuit," and they were yelling for him to come back, and he just had his ears back and just running. He wanted to run. Well, I would walk out and I would follow him, and he'd be ahead of me. And he wanted me, like I was chasing him. I'd walk up the block and he would run ahead of me and be looking back, making sure I was there. And I would turn the corner and just start walking another direction. I'd just turn 90 degrees and he would be like, "Oh," and he'd run back to where I was and get ahead of me and be looking back. He wanted to be ahead of me and have me chasing him. But I wasn't chasing him. I'd make another 90-degree turn and I would walk him around our block all the way back to his house, and he'd be ahead of me looking back to see where I was and realize, "Oh, there's my house," and he'd run up to his door. Because he was dumb as hell. But if they went out, they would spend half an hour chasing this dog. I'd go out and I'd spend 3 minutes just walking around the block.
Yep, I smarted them.
No, I gave him what he wanted. He wanted to be chased.
Well, you really just wanted to see a lot of animals, especially our dogs and cats. They watch us. They watch us leave the house. They watch us leave the house. They see we're gone for a while. They come back. Eventually, they get to wondering what's out there. So now I want to go out there too.
We used to have a Siberian Husky. My parents did anyway, and we'd walk in the same direction every single time. He'd go for a walk. We'd walk him around this big, huge loop. And if he got out, he was walking his loop, and he would go around his big loop.
Yep, come right on back.
Yep.
They just want to take a stroll every now and then.
But he didn't understand he wasn't supposed to do that without a leash on.
If you don't do it with them from young, they're not feeling the leash. They don't feel it. They're not feeling it.
Yep. And I've told this kid that with the dogs I babysit or I dog sit, I've told him, I'm like, get yourself a pinch collar. They seem cruel when you look at them, but they're not. They don't really hurt. They just pinch a little bit, and only when the dog is pulling on them. And if you have a dog that is very, my Archie, he would pull on the leash until he choked himself, and he would just gag. got
Damn.
pinch collar, got pinch collar and 2 walks. He was leash trained.
When you say pinch collar, does you mean like a choke chain?
Yeah, choke chain.
No.
Same thing.
No.
No, that's what they call it over there, Donald.
Oh, is it? Because this has
Yeah.
fingers on it.
Got little fingers.
A choke
Yeah.
chain is
Yeah,
just a chain
I
that
know-
goes
I know
through
what
and
the
tightens.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a
I know the
choke
one you're
chain
talking
tightens
about.
up when it pulls. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not what this is. That it doesn't tighten up like that. This has fingers on it, and it can only
does.
tighten a certain amount. It can only tighten. You get it set to a certain point, and it can
Right.
only tighten to a certain amount. But
Okay.
it is just enough to take those fingers and pull, and it turns the fingers in to their skin,
Right.
and it gets their attention.
Yeah, that
And
sounds.
it sounds cruel, but it's not really. It doesn't really hurt. I mean, I put it on my arm and pulled on it just to see what it felt like because I wasn't going to hurt my dog.
You said the ones with the
Yeah.
prongs?
That's not
Yeah.
as cruel as a choke chain, definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we used to
Well-
use those to
Although-
train the shepherds.
If they stop
Yep.
pulling, the chain does loosen. So,
Yeah.
but
But that doesn't really get their attention though. I mean, like
No.
Archie, he would gag himself. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, two walks in that pinch collar completely changed his attitude about walking.
Yep.
yeah, I mean,
We
I
used
don't.
to, that's how we trained the shepherds when we were doing them for the police department. We had those pinch collars, and they listen quick.
Yep.
I used to have
Oh.
a shock collar that I had, and one of my ex-wives, she wanted to know how it worked, and I put it on her and shocked her around the house.
No, bro.
You heard the
That's
key word in
funny.
there? Ex-wife.
Ex-wife, yep.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And every time
No,
I hit the button, she'd jump.
See,
I
I'm
mean,
not a huge fan of the shock collars because
Yeah,
there
man.
isn't dogs don't really get that cause and effect, and
Yeah.
people use shock collars a lot of times. It's so intermittent that they use it that the dog really didn't get the cause and effect.
Yeah.
I always
Oh,
felt
it-
that the body harness was the best way to leash them up. Because now if they
The
try
body
to
harness
run,
is really good.
yeah, because
Yeah,
if they try to run from you, you put on that harness, it'll lift their front feet straight off the ground. So yeah, that'll keep them
Yep.
from pulling you to where they want to go.
the ex-wife got it right away.
I bet.
That explains why she's the ex-Paul.
Yep, yep.
The problem with
I mean-
the body harness is it's not a corrective.
Yeah. True, but I mean, Precious has a collar on, and it has an LED lights in it, so that
Nice.
if you're walking at night, it shows that she's there.
Right.
Yeah.
But when I walk her, it's always with a harness, and all I need to do is take the harness off where it's hanging on the front door handle, and she comes and she sits there and waits for me to put it on.
Yep. Yep. They get to the point they see you grab that harness, they know it's time to go.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but dogs are beautiful, man. They are what's the word? Misunderstood.
Well, the average person that gets a dog thinks they're dumb and stupid and just useless, eating food and that's it. But Mia, she knows exactly what time of day it is, where we're going, what we're doing, all I say.
No, I think the problem most people have is that they think dogs are smarter than they are. They think dogs have a memory, and they come home and they're sitting on the couch and they've done something in the house and they just start beating the dog for something they'd done earlier. The dog's like, what am I getting beaten for? Because they don't have that cause and effect. It has to be immediate. I think a lot of people have the wrong idea that dogs have the same cognitive functions as they do.
Yeah, it's like they say, pets are people too.
Mm-hmm.
Pets are people too, but you got to remember, an animal brain isn't as big as a human brain.
Nope.
Yeah.
And they don't.
Most
and they don't have
animals
that.
anyway.
They don't have that time.
Thought process.
if you are going to correct them, you have to correct them immediately while they're doing the action, or else they don't make that connection of what that correction is for.
So the bad action has to be associated with the moment.
Yes.
Right.
And it's just, and a lot of people come home, they're like, you chewed up the toilet paper, you bad dog. And the dog's like, I was just sitting in here in the living room. What are you yelling at me for?
Well, see, I can give you guys, for instance, okay, TJ, here you go.
That's funny. That's pretty hilarious.
It was in the moment, right?
It was in the moment.
Yeah, but in this case, you're encouraging bad behavior. I can train him out of that giggling. Let me put a pitch collar on TJ, and I'll get him to stop giggling and
That's funny. That's funny. That's hilarious. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Okay, so I'm always under the impression that everybody like knows what I know because I learned the things from y'all. But a lot of people buy drones since I bought mine. If you have a Mini 3 Pro, not a Mini 3, but a Mini 3 Pro, do not fly that in 90-something degree weather. The Mini 3 Pro has no cooling fan, people.
No, it doesn't.
Yep. You
I've
get
got
hot
one.
fast.
And there is not a cat in hell's chance of it ever getting to 90 degrees here.
Oh, well, you good then.
Hey, Jonathan, it's going to be 96 today. I guess I'll bring mine out and fly it.
Yeah, I'm looking at 93 myself. I ain't touching it.
Does it even have
you can fly one of your bigger drones, Jonathan.
Yeah, the bigger drones have cooling fans. What'd you say, Donald?
Does the Mini 3 Pro even have vents?
Yeah.
It has vents, but it has no cooling fan. If you power that drone up, let's say you said, okay, I'm gonna fly. I turn on my Mini 3 Pro, I turn on my controller, I go in the house and get a cup of coffee. By the time you come back outside, your drone is off because it overheated.
Yep.
Because it wasn't moving.
Corey said just fly it fast, don't stop.
Yeah, if you keep it moving, you're getting airflow through there.
Yeah.
You start hovering, it will
depends
drop.
on how you're flying too. A lot of my flights are slow and just slow orbits and stuff. I would not be putting enough movement on it to get airflow through that. So
yeah, you wouldn't want to use that.
You do get a little bit of airflow from the propellers, but
right. Now the Mini 3 itself has a cooling fan. They took some of the features out of there to put the cooling fan in the Mini 3 because we complained about that. I remember that all too well. We complained about how it didn't have a fan, so they came out with the Mini 3 after the Mini 3 Pro and put the fan in there and took out some of the features. Check out what is it, the obstacle avoidance?
Yeah, they took the obstacle avoidance away.
But yeah, you got a Mini 3 Pro, you don't want to be flying that in 90-something degree weather, people.
And when you're doing updates, have a fan pointing at it to cool it down.
Yep.
Because when it's sat there for that long.
Yeah, what I do is I have the propellers spinning. You know, like when you catty corner the sticks to let it spin, I let the propeller spin while it does the update.
I didn't think you could do that.
Yeah.
Right.
What you don't want to do is go in the air, though. You don't want to get in the air while
my client is arriving, so I gotta go, guys. Oh wait.
Okay.
All right, Donald. Have a great day.
Have fun.
Later, Donald.
All right.
Corey said, "Just fly it fast and don't stop."
Yeah.
So what are you flying today, TJ?
Not a damn thing. It's raining outside.
It still ain't stopped yet?
No, it's sprinkling out there. I keep getting notifications on my weather app about rain starting within 15 minutes. Closest strike is gonna be 15 minutes or whatever. So I'll just fly that little Potenzic drone that I sent you a picture of. Just fly that around.
I've seen that. I've seen that. Look, you know what I want to get? Somebody made a replica of a mini replica of the Inspire.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah. It ain't DJI though. But I think I actually want to buy. I'm not into buying the little toy drones, but I think I actually want to get that just because of the legs lift up and down. I think that's too cool. I've been screaming for DJI to make one.
Even though they're like crappy drones, like those little toy drones are pretty good for like indoor flying or whatever, you know, just to have when you can't go flying outside.
I bought a couple of them little crappy drones. I gave one to my neighbor's daughter for her birthday.
Oh, there you go.
She couldn't fly it. He couldn't fly it. And I couldn't fly the spare one that I bought just in case she crashed it because I figured that's what she was due.
Oh.
That was a waste of $80.
What happened? Would it not like take off or whatever? Or?
Oh, it'll take off. It'll go up in the air, but once it go in the air, it's going where it wants to go.
Oh, that's weird.
Then if you pushed it in one direction, it went in a whole different direction. It was just critical.
Huh.
Hey, Paul?
You didn't have to calibrate it or anything, did you? No.
Yeah, I mean, as far as I know, all drones you got to calibrate. We had to calibrate it. It had no return to home. It had them little finger knobs on your phone to control it rather than the controls on the controller didn't work. You had to use the finger thing on the screen to control it. The thing was crazy, man. I put it down, never touched it again. I gave it away till my friend wrecked it, and then the end of that.
Hey, TJ and Paul, on that death of the greatest DJI drone ever, right? Guess how many subs I have in 2 days? I'm not subs, views in 2 days.
About 400.
703.
Yeah.
503?
703.
Oh, 703. Well, that's pretty good.
A lot of y'all went and bought that paper airplane, and I'm still trying to understand why, because when the first one came out, all it did was have problems. And y'all just boosted it, and boosted it, and boosted it. And now the second one came out, and y'all still having problems.
Well, the only problem I had was I had a pole.
Different problems.
Yeah, only problem I had was that pole.
I think it's safe to say that the Avata is not the best drone.
It's the world's greatest DJI FPV drone.
The world's greatest DJI mishap.
That's all right. Have another one coming in eventually.
Oh, don't worry, y'all still got people buying them. Somebody said they bought one today. They're gonna get it today. I ain't gonna tell y'all who it is. He'll let you know when they get it. But somebody bought one today even.
Really?
I could go to Best Buy and pick up one right now, but I'm waiting for the insurance to go through.
Yeah, he's on the way to pick it up. And when he told me, I'm like, no, man, you should have got the Air 3s around the same price range. But truth be told, you can't get the same shots with a camera drone that you can get with an FPV drone. So
yeah, so I like flying about a foot over the water and going back in the bayous with all the trees overhang, so I could get underneath the trees.
Where all the gators are.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I think the Avata 2 is more of a hybrid. It's not a true FPV and it's not a true camera drone, but it does both. Because it's got a good camera on it this time. It's got the same camera as the Action 4.
Yep, I think it's the one. But I lost my 16 ND filter. That was with it. So I guess I'll just stick an 8 on it and play with the 8. I'm not going to buy another set of filters right now. I don't need it.
We'll just buy one filter.
It's it's like 15, 16 bucks for one filter where it's 29 for four.
Yeah, fair enough.
If I could get the 16 for like 10 bucks, I'd gladly do it, you know?
Yeah.
Lance said the 16 sucks anyway.
I use a 16 on every one of them. It just gives me the option to play with the EV. So I think I could do it with 8. 8 is enough. 'Cause you don't need
That's
it.
I
It
think
just
I've
depends on
actually
how
got the-
low to the ground you are.
I think I leave the 32 permanently on my Mini 3 Pro.
See, I think if I put the 32 on there, I think it would be too dark sometimes. But I'll try. I might try it.
Mm.
I got what gets me mad is I got for the original Avata, I've got 2 extra sets of camera butter filters. You know, those are the ones I won on Ken Heron. I won 3 sets.
Yeah.
You know, those man, they're $50 sets.
Yeah. I didn't like them competitions Ken was doing where he was giving you a code and the first person to put it in to order something actually won the code. What happens if you didn't win it? You end up spending that money anyway.
Yep. Well, the code wouldn't work unless you wouldn't. I wouldn't buy it unless the code worked. That's what I did.
Yeah.
But he had the last week. Last week he did it a different way. He did
Yeah,
it
I
with
know. It was
and
better
you know that
last
last one, the Kelly Shores. The
Mm.
last one, it was Kelly Shores. I said Kelly Shores above the guy that won it.
Oh yeah, the what's it?
Yeah, I beat him, and
Yeah, the
I was
trouble is,
about 4 ahead of him,
the
and he
YouTube
gave it to the
chat
guy under me.
Yeah, the YouTube chat doesn't show it the right way.
Yeah,
It can show things not in the same order on different people's chat.
well, that's what it had to do because I was 4 or 5 spots ahead of him. As soon as I saw Kelly Shores, because I saw the top of the head, and
I got Zoe.
then Welsh Rob was answering them all ahead of everybody.
Mm.
And then there was another guy came in and misspelled it, and then I was next. And then I can't remember who won it. He was behind me.
Well, the guy that won the first one kept answering all the others first as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, on the Ken Heron show.
Yeah.
He was giving the answers out, but I didn't even see him on it. As soon as I saw the top of the head, I said, "That's Kelly Shores."
Mm. I didn't get him, but I did know that
No,
it was
Geeks Vanna. Actually, it was Geeks Vanna.
Yeah,
The
Geeks
last
Vanna.
one.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw the top of the head, I said, "Geeks Vanna." That's what it is. So I typed it in, and I spelled it right. The guy above me spelled it wrong. He said, "You spelled it wrong." I'll go to the next guy, and he skipped right over me.
Mm.
That's crazy though, because at least you're like trying to like say his name or whatever. He should have given it to you because you know had the name.
Well,
you had the name right.
No,
but
I had it spelled right. I had it spelled right. But
oh.
he looked at that one, and then he looked again, and it just somehow missed me. I was like 2 back, and then 4 back was the guy that he gave it to.
Oh.
You know, so being 4 ahead of him, I don't think that the chat had him ahead of me. You know, I've seen it where I've been next to each other, like I've been next to somebody, and like say it was on Johnny would say, "Well, he's above you, but on mine, I'm above him."
Oh yeah.
So that's happened to me before on Captain Ray's. That happened to me on Captain Ray's with a drone. I was ahead of the guy on mine, and I showed Captain Ray, and Captain Ray sent me back his, and on his it was above. I was behind him, so they showed different spots.
What was Uncle Ray giving away on his show?
Well, it was a drone that one of the guys was giving away. That was a guest. A guest was giving away a drone, a little inside FPV drone, like it was like one of those little Cetus.
Yeah.
You know, it was like I wanted it to fly around in here. You know, but it's like, but I agreed if it's on yours ahead of mine, to go. You know. They said a high school senior in Alexandria, Louisiana, has 14 years. Okay, so he's failed twice. 14 years of perfect attendance. Never missed a day.
Not much
But
good having
he only got
attendance if you
12
don't
years there,
pass.
so what he must have failed twice. That would
That's
suck
weird.
having to go 2 whole school years extra in person,
That's
perfect
weird.
attendance.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. That they don't let them leave school until they've passed, do they? Over there, over here, if you fail at the end of the school years, that's it. You're out on your ear.
Here comes my meal.
Meals on Wheels.
Yeah, if you fail your senior year, you repeat your senior year.
You get the option of doing that if you want to take the exams again. Like if you want to get into the A-level class, you can take
Yeah.
your last year again. But the last year, as far as that's concerned, is like 15 to 16 when you do your what we call O-levels. Or if you're in secondary rather than grammar, it's GCSE. But yeah, so if you don't get the grades to carry on into doing your next level of 17 and 18 to do your A levels, then you can do the year again.
I wonder what Paul's got today for his meal.
Place
But
to
is-
find out
is
when they
that-
think they're going to get them. I know
is
they
that
come
just-
in periodically because
Is
some
that
places
just
are
the
so.
senior year? Is it just the senior year, or is it every year?
It's every year. Every year they repeat that year.
Yeah, if they don't get the grades to move into the next year.
Right. And they don't let them just take the test. They make you take the year over.
Yeah, you don't get the chance of just doing the test again here either. Yeah.
Right.
Apart from anything,
Not
now
bad.
they do assessment through the continuous assessment right the way through the year as well as the final exams. Yeah.
Yeah, we're hanging in there and do the best that we can.
Yeah.
That sounds good right about now. That Arby's bacon burger that they got there sounds pretty delicious.
I went to Arby's yesterday.
Oh yeah.
I got the
Did you
five.
Did you go to have you gotten the that fire burrito at is there Jimmy John's there in Louisiana
Yeah,
now?
I've got them. I haven't got it though.
That thing's pretty good.
Yeah, I
It's
went.
really, I was kind of
Yeah.
scared to get it at first, but then like I went and got it, and I was like, man, this thing's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be because it's got just the jalapeno peppers and then the ghost pepper cheese, and that's about it. So
Yeah, Arby's had an online special this week. It's Beef Week, and the online special with the app, you get 5 classic for $5.
at Jimmy John's.
No, that's at Arby's.
Oh, Arby's.
So I went and got 5
Right.
Arby's roast beefs yesterday for $5.
Oh, nice.
Sandwiches for $5.
Yeah. Normally they're $3 a piece at least.
Ed's going under the
Yeah.
knife tomorrow, y'all. He's he's going to get a stent put in. The doctor
All
said
right. Yeah.
no more cheeseburgers and beer.
Yeah, you say that, but you'll do it. Yeah, the receipt. Oh, let me see. The receipt yesterday, it said 5 roast beef classics, $4.89 a piece. The bill was $24. They took $19 off, $5.44.
Oh, that's not bad.
I wasn't gonna pass that up. The
Yeah,
bag
that's
was
a
a big
good
bag.
deal.
Of
Heck yeah.
yeah, they're big sandwiches.
Of course, you've got 5 sandwiches to get through then.
It's all right.
Yeah.
I got a vacuum seal bag.
Uh-huh.
Man, that RC boat's in pieces there, Ed. I can't get that thing to run for no how. Like
Yeah,
there's
take
one that the one that Dan had given me at the second annual drone meetup, and that
Yeah.
thing went all to pieces. And then I bought another RC boat off of Amazon, and that thing's all in pieces too.
Trying to fly today or what? Man, I just saw Leo. Leo ain't talking about flying. I don't even know why he bought a drone.
Hey y'all, I got a call coming. I'm gonna have to jump off for a minute because it's only to deal with this.
Yeah, okay.
All right, yeah, we'll see you.
Yeah, tell Paul I'll get back.
All right. What you doing? You coming through? All right, I'll be here.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna hop off myself and go have me a bowl of cereal and just relax for a while. But y'all have a good day. We'll see y'all later.
Everybody leaving?
Stop now, pressure.
Okay, everybody, thanks for being here.
Why?
We'll see all of you again later.
Yeah, okay then, Paul.
Bye for now.
Later, everybody.
See you, Jonathan.
Jonathan, thank you, my friend.
DJ.
Not a problem.